Yesterday, Intamin released 4 new coaster concepts, and let me say, these coasters look awesome. Today, I will be talking about all 4 of these coaster models, and will be telling you what parks I think these could actually go to. So the first coaster I'm going to talk about is the LSM Vertical Coaster. This coaster looks really good. It reminds me of a Skyrocket 2 and Sandy's Boston Bronco combined. This ride also looks huge. I don't know the top height of what this ride would be, but let me say, this ride just looks awesome. It has the first upside down launch, which must be really cool. It has 2 inversions. However, if it goes around like 2 times, then it's actually going to have 4. This ride looks just so good. Now, parks I could see this going to is actually, I could see this going to a couple parks. Dorney Park is definitely one park I could see this going to. Dorney Park is probably going to need a launch coaster in the future because Possessed is probably going to be removed from the park. And that's one coaster that I could see definitely going to that park. However, Cedar Fair really doesn't work with Intamin anymore, so I don't know if they would work there. However, there's plenty of other parks I could see this going to, and I might do a video on where some of these coaster concepts could go. However, I could also see this coaster possibly going to Kennywood. I know they already have a launch coaster, but this would fit really well in the park. I could see one of these going to SeaWorld San Antonio. That would also be a really good fit for the park, especially since they still work with Intamin. I really do think that this coaster would be a good fit to those parks. There's plenty of other parks I could see this going to. Maybe even Canada's Wonderland. That would be really cool. But this ride just looks absolutely incredible. Yes, the ride looks pretty short, but I love the Skyrocket 2s. And Sandy's Boston Bronco looks like a ride I would love to. And this is one ride I think I would love to because this ride just looks like a mixture of those two. And it just looks like an incredible ride. So that's why I wanted to discuss this one before any of the other ones. So now let's move on to the second new Intamin coaster. So next up we have the Hot Racers. This reminds me a lot of the RMC Raptors, but it's actually a launched version. It's not by RMC either, it's by Intamin. However, this ride looks awesome, and parks I could definitely see this going to is, now this would sound like a surprise, but I could actually see one of these going to Hershey Park, to be honest, in the spot as Sidewinder possibly, or I could see it going to Hershey Park in a different section. However, that's very unlikely because they do have Lightning Racer, but this would still be a really cool addition for the park. There's other parks I could see this going to, like maybe California's Great America. That would be a really good fit for the park, but I'm not sure. But SeaWorld San Diego, I think this would be an amazing fit for that park. They don't have a dueling coaster, and this ride is not very tall, so it would not go over the height limit that park has. This would also be a good fit for Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, I think, too. Even though that park is a little bit small and they would probably have to take out a coaster, I think this would be a great fit for that park because they don't have a dueling coaster yet. And this ride would just be a great fit for the park. If I were to say one coaster that I think Discovery Kingdom could get, that's the one coaster I think they could get. I also do think they could maybe get like an RMC Raptor just in general. However, I would love to see an Intamin Hot Racer coaster go there because I just think it would be a great fit. They need a dueling coaster at that park, and the Hot Racer looks like a perfect addition to that park. Alright, so next up we have the Ultra Splash model, and this reminds me of the Mac Power launch coasters. It's actually basically an identical clone of it, but it's by Intamin. I think that the Mac version would probably still be a little bit better, but this version still looks really cool. If this version would be over 200 feet, then maybe it would be better than the Mac ones. But I think the Mac ones are better at the moment, especially since Mac did a concept where it could have a vertical loop. Not saying this model is bad, because this model looks awesome. It looks like a really good ride. Parks I could possibly see this going to. I really don't know where this could go to. There's a couple parks I think it could go to, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm not really going to discuss any parks on this one. Maybe I'll discuss one if I come up with an idea real quick. But for now, I really don't have an idea for it. Maybe Six Flags Mexico. I think it would be a great fit there. But still, I don't really know if it would go there. This ride still looks like a really fun ride, but it kind of just looks like, out of all the new concepts I've seen so far, this looks like the weakest one. But it still looks like a great ride, and it still looks like it would be very, very fun. And I think I would enjoy it. Next up, we have the Giga Splash model, and this must be a Giga coaster type coaster. I think this would be great for some parks, especially King's Dominion. This would be a great addition, not in Volcano Spot, but maybe in a different spot of the park. Because there are some compact spots in the park. I could see them removing Avalanche and actually putting it in that spot. That would be a great spot to put this. And I would give them another Giga coaster. I'd say it would be about 300 feet. So I-305 would still be taller. And I-305 would absolutely crush this thing, of course. I-305 is a monster, and I-305 is just amazing. I don't think this thing has any chance against I-305. Nothing really does other than lightning round each, and I get in my opinion. But this video is not about I-305. It's about the new Intamin concepts. I think this would be a really good ride for some parks, but I could definitely see one of these going to King's Dominion because they need a new type of water ride, and I think this would be a great fit for them. Although Cedar Fair doesn't work with Intamin anymore, this would still be a great fit for the park, and I think that it could work very well at King's Dominion. So yeah, that's going to end off this video. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Also like this video, and I'll see you all next time. Keep coasting on, my coaster demons. Peace out.